If carbs actually made people fat, then explain this. I myself have lost over 40 pounds on multiple different cuts, and this is with eating carbs every single day. So are carbs really the problem, or have we been blaming the wrong thing? Honestly, it seems like for years, people have just been terrified of carbs, no rice in your diet, no potatoes, no pasta, no bread. But if you've ever cut carbs completely and still struggle to lose weight, there's a reason. Myth number 1. Carbs don't automatically become body fat because your body actually prefers carbohydrates for energy. When you eat carbs, they're actually stored as a molecule glycogen in your muscles and your liver to fuel exercise and movement. And the only time body fat actually accumulates is when your calorie intake is way higher than your expenditure. And that's true whether your calories come from carbs, fats, proteins. It doesn't matter where they come from. If there's a surplus, you will gain body fat over time. And honestly, here is where I think people get confused. Have you ever eaten a big bowl of pasta or gone out for sushi and then weighed yourself the next morning? All of a sudden you check the scale, you're up a couple of pounds and you just don't feel the greatest in general? Well, the thing is, you didn't gain 2 to 3 pounds overnight of just pure body fat. Because in actuality, carbs also store water with the glycogen. So that becomes, at the end of the day, just temporary water weight, not fat gain. The way I see it, most people tend to demonize foods that aren't just high in carbs. They're also high in fat. And fat has 9 calories per gram compared to carbs, which only has 4. So stuff like pizza or donuts, ice cream, pastries, etc. These kind of foods, yes, they do have carbs, but they also have a high amount of fat, and they're incredibly easy to overeat because they're packed with calories. It's not the carbs alone that's causing the problem, because at the end of the day, carbs can actually help your fat loss. And this is because carbs give you energy, and this extra bit of energy can give you better workouts, better strength, more daily movement, better recovery. And if eating rice or potatoes every single day helps you stick to your diet for not just weeks, but months, that is far more valuable than eliminating them completely. Because during my own diet phases, I'm still eating my rice, I'm still eating popcorn, I'm still eating bread almost every single day. I'm just not eating foods that are high in carbs and also high in other things. Because once I start eating foods that are high in carbs and high in fat, the calories are probably gonna be just too high to keep in my current diet phase. So if I'm aiming to eat 2,000 calories a day, I still need to hit about 200 grams of protein, and then the rest I can fill with carbs and fats. But the key thing here is to make sure the portions are actually measured. Because it's one thing to make a batch of rice, pour it onto your plate, and assume what you see in front of you is the right amount. And it's a whole nother thing to weigh out the rice that you have, or weigh the slice of bread that you're about to eat, to make sure that the numbers actually fit what you're aiming for your diet. So at the end of the day, I'm not trying to avoid carbs. I don't make my clients try to avoid carbs. The goal is to stay consistent within a certain calorie structure. That is what matters today, and that is honestly what has mattered the whole time. So do carbs make you fat? Of course not. Eating more calories than your body needs over time, that's what makes you gain fat. Carbs are just one piece of the puzzle. If you stop fearing carbs and just stay consistent in terms of tracking and making sure your portions are correct, fat loss becomes so much simpler. If you enjoyed this video and maybe it cleared up one of the biggest fat loss myths that exist, hit subscribe. I post a new video every week to make fat loss simpler for you, to make your journey in the gym and any fitness related space the easiest it can be. And if you want to work with me and get into the best shape of your life for fall 2026, hit the link in the description below.